god, I'm nervous. Alright, chat. Before Yen calls me, just know that this is a talk show, and that if you have any questions for me, please direct them over to Yen's channel, and let them know over there. I'm excited to be doing this with Yen. It's been something we've been planning for a while, and I'm excited to be featured as a guest on Yen's channel. I get to be interviewed, so it's gonna be a fun time. It's gonna be a fun time being interviewed. So we'll see what happens. Anyways, I'm getting called, so we'll see what happens. You got this, Anna, no worries. Thank you! Hello.
I'm really quickly. We're glad I tested audio. That's not coming out of the correct port.
Oh no.
There we go. Now we're good. Now.
Perfect.
How did you break the limiter immediately? Hold on. God damn it.
I'm just special like that.
What on earth what are you? You're too powerful for the limiter.
I am too powerful.
Jesus. Okay, there we go. There we go. That's better.
Did we fix it? Alright. Perfect.
There we go. Alright, welcome. Thank you for being here.
I'm glad to be here.
This is probably the most impromptu of the ones that I've had. Think about it. This is the only one where you were just kind of like, yeah. What was it? You were waiting to come on, so I just said, yeah, come on.
Yeah. I was waiting my turn. Let me in.
I had to bribe everyone else too. It's crazy. Just on here for free. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Alright. You have the longest series of questions, even though many of them may not be actual questions.
Sounds perfect.
Alright. Would you like to begin?
Yeah, sure. Let's start.
All right. Question 1. So starting off with the same one that I've given everyone. What was your inspiration to start streaming or VTubing?
My inspiration to start streaming essentially started back in the dreaded times of COVID and, not being in school and stuff. I was like, what can I do to pass the time? And I started watching a lot of Twitch streamers, primarily Queen Bia, who was an Overwatch streamer at the time. And I was like, I want to do that. But at the time, I was 17. I was like, maybe not. But then a lot of my friends were just like, go for it, have fun with it. We'll see what happens, I'm like, okay. So I talked to my mom about it, and I was like, I want to start streaming. And she was like, go for it. You do you, boo. I'm like, okay. So after getting the A-OK from my mom, because I was still a minor, and getting everything set up, I just started streaming as a no mic streamer, and I just wanted to create a nice, welcoming, friendly community for people to feel safe and comfy in. And I think I nailed that pretty well. As for VTubing, I was introduced to VTubing in 2021, kind of mid 2021, I want to say, by my friend Gustavo, who started off as a PNG tuber, and I thought that was really cool. So I started looking into it, and then I used my emotes for the longest time as a little PNG tuber till I got my own custom PNG for it. But yeah.
Yeah, funnily enough that you mentioned that, is exactly what I do with my PNG tuber whenever I have to freaking switch over to that. It's just an emote.
Oh yeah, for real.
That's probably the most interesting response though that I've gotten. A lot of people point to like what one or two big people, but there's actually like a story there. It's interesting.
Thank you.
Hmm. Yeah. All right. Moving right along. Do you have any long-term goals or aspirations regarding content creation? I know you just said to create a safe space, but anything more?
I guess like, you know, actually debuting with my live 2D model that I have in the works right now. That's like kind of one of my goals, and like also like maybe hitting like 1K on like Twitch, or maybe hitting partner in the future, but those are like more long-term goals. I'm also like working on some like merch as well. I have a lot of things like planned for the future.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, I keep seeing I mean you sent me the art for the live 2D one.
Yes, I have.
Your model. I'm actually quite excited for that. I do like the design.
I love the design. It's amazing. It's very more. The design's more mature than my current fairy PNG that I have. So it's more as an aged up version, which I quite like, and it's more androgynous. But it also has like a lot of features that I'm excited to show off in the future.
Yeah, I don't want to say anything because I feel like I shouldn't spoil anything if because you've showed me some stuff.
Yeah. The cursed stuff.
Yep. with that aside though. Related one actually, definitely purposeful train of thought here. Shapeshifter is a fairly uncommon character concept, especially within VTubing. What inspired your concept?
Funny story. So, I can never settle on one design. So like when I first started out, like I started off as like a little human girl. But then I was just like, I kept seeing a lot of like cat PNGs and like VTubers and stuff, and I was like, I want to be a cat too. So I got that commissioned, and then I kept seeing more and more stuff that I wanted to see my character in. And it started off as like a human, and then it went into a dragon because I used to go by Anna the Medic Dragon on Twitch. So I was dragon themed for a while. And then I was like, I want to branch out from the dragon theme because it was primarily inspired by my mod Trivix, because I used to stream with him a lot. So it made sense at the time for me to be a dragon VTuber. But then I was just like getting tired of that, and I got this really bad imposter syndrome. So I was just like, I need to branch out. I need to make my own content. And so I was like, I want to be a fairy, because I was like heavily into like fays and stuff, and like I love the concept. And it was like, you know, I had like my fairy PNG for a while, and like that's like my primary form. It's my fairy. That's what people know me as now. But I was just like, I want to keep using my other art stuff that I have of like my other like forms. And I was just like, what if I just become a shapeshifter? That way I can be anything and everything I want to be. But like not to have it overpowered, I made it so it was like she had to essentially help whoever she learned that like form from in some way. Like she needs to be impacted in a way to be able to unlock that ability. So yeah.
So it was kind of a what I can't think of the word. Whoops. my brain is still mushy.
It's okay.
Is god damn it. It was like a solution to the wanting to keep everything still kind of together. Oh god,
yeah,
I'm
it
summoning.
it was definitely, I want to say, a solution to my problem, because it's like I love all of my little forms. Like we have the fairy, we have our little gremlin that we're using on your stream. We also have like my little chibi elf that I use on my stream, like my cat, and a bunch of other forms as well. Like we have a bunny and like my kitsune and so many others. It was just like, how can I be all of these things without feeling like it's too much? Because like I could use certain PNGs with certain friends. Like my dragon one I could use with like my dragon friends, VTubers and stuff. My kitsune I could use with my kitsune friends. I have a secret toggle in the works I could use with one of my other friends, and like there is just so much, and I was just like, I want to be able to be that species when I'm streaming with that particular friend or whatever. And it was just like being a shapeshifter was like the easiest way, and it's also like a unique concept because you don't see that often.
No, that's it. Yeah, that's cool though. I like that. All right. Hold on, I need to freaking take a big drink. My throat's getting sore.
Yes. Hydrate, everybody.
There we go. That's better. All right. Moving along. What is your favorite game you've ever played?
My favorite game? Ooh, that's a hard one. There's a lot of games I enjoy playing, but I think my favorite game would have to be Soul Calibur 2 for the PlayStation 2.
Interesting. That's not the direction I saw that going. Huh.
Yeah, no, I grew up on the PlayStation 2 and the Wii. So I played a lot of Soul Calibur 2 to basically take out my rage, because I had a lot of angerment issues as a child. So my mom was like, don't yell at me, put your frustrations into a game. You're gonna play this video game called Soul Calibur 2. You're just gonna button mash and take your rage out on this. And it helped a lot growing up. So it became one of my favorite games very quickly, along with like Kingdom Hearts. And of course, like as I grew up and became a more PC gamer, I definitely have gone to Overwatch, and then it later went to Overwatch 2 when it, switched over titles, etc. But like, yeah, sure, Overwatch is like in my top favorites, but I wouldn't say it's my favorite game of all time. It's like that X that you can't keep stopping going back to,
Yeah. It's a challenging relationship, yeah.
It
I
really
also
is.
actually grew up on the you mentioned the Wii. That was like basically my only console for quite a while.
Yeah.
And I basically only had Mario Galaxy, and that was basically all I played.
I had Super Mario Brothers, the fucking fighting game, Super Smash Bros. I think it was called. Yeah, that.
Yeah.
And then I like Rabid Rabbits, Mario 64, and I had like the Just Dance games. So like I had a variety of games to switch through. But it was like, after a certain point, you just stop like turning on your Wii to play the games because it just got embarrassing as you got older.
Yeah. Especially in the regards of Just Dance, I also had Just Dance.
Yeah.
Hi, Carson.
Hi, Carson. Welcome on in.
Chat. There we go. Jack can take a seat.
Hell yeah.
Alright. Moving along. We is and always will be peak. Yeah. Alright. You've been streaming for some time now. If I remember correctly, it was 4 years?
Yes, I've been streaming for 4 years.
Yeah. If you could go back and tell your past self one thing, what would it be?
Probably to turn off the viewer count number at the start of like your streaming career. Because I didn't turn it off until much later on. I think a year into streaming, I turned it off because it would get to my mental health really badly because I'd see like my numbers
Yeah.
dip down, and I was just like, since I turned it off, it's definitely been better for me. Like, yeah, sure, I do have my moments where I do see that there's not that much chat activity, but then when I rate off, it's like, oh, I have enough viewers. It's not like down to 5 to 6. It's like 15 to 20 viewers nowadays. So it's like, oh, I have lurkers.
And the lurkers. Yep. I love the lurkers.
We love the lurkers here. They're the backbone of Twitch, for real. But definitely, if I had to tell my past self, it'd be to turn off the viewer numbers, but also to realize that it's okay to reach out for help from your fellow streamers that offer it. Because I know I'm super shy when it comes to reaching out and asking for help. And it's just I don't want to bug you. You might be busy. I don't want to seem annoying. I still struggle with that today, but I'm getting slightly better at it.
Yeah, it's an anxiety that I also deal with. I'm fine giving people help, asking for it.
Yeah, it's a whole different ballpark. It's should I not? They're busy. And then they end up finding out that you needed help, and they're like, you could have asked me, I would have helped you. And it's like, oh, okay.
Every time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The viewer count is was one of the things that I learned early on that I got recommended was you should never do this as a streamer if you're starting streaming. And I ignored it for the first month, and immediately I noticed that was just horrible on the frickin' mental. Never.
Hi Kenny, welcome on in. I would definitely say when I was pushing for affiliate, I had my viewer numbers on because it was one of the requirements. But after that, after I reached affiliate, I should have just turned it off. But I didn't till it got to a breaking point for me.
Yeah, I physically couldn't look at my viewer count while I was pushing for affiliate because it was too hard on the mental.
Yeah, it really is.
I would look at it and see 2 or 3, and I would immediately get the impulse to stop stream so it wouldn't dip below 4. It's just no.
Yeah.
In due time. But yeah.
Anywho's.
How long have you been drawing? And do you have your first ever drawing?
Oh, those are good questions. Traditionally, I've been drawing since I was a toddler, but I didn't start focusing on traditional drawing more seriously until recent years. I want to say 2018, 2017 is when I started focusing on traditional drawing more and trying to get better. Digitally, I've been drawing since, I want to say 2022 is when I got my art tablet, or maybe 2023. I don't remember the exact year. But I'm definitely still a baby artist. I'm still learning a lot of stuff because I tend to mimic the styles that I see because that's the most easiest thing for me to do. But of course, I still need to find my own style as I'm still learning. Yeah.
I would not be in any rush to do so. I've been drawing for years. I did basically the same thing. I just kind of mimicked whatever reference or what thing I was looking at up until recently.
Yeah.
You will find it in time. Mm-hmm. Until then, that's okay.
Hello, Llama. Welcome on in.
Yeah. All right. Forget where this is. Oh, yeah. What streamer moment from your time doing content creation has stood out to you the most for any reason?
Ooh, streamer moment. I want to say the moment that stands out to me the most was back in 2020 on my 18th birthday. I was doing a 12-hour stream for my birthday, and I had I think maybe a week or two prior, I had switched over to being a mic streamer, and one of my friends, who sadly isn't with us today, Nyx, she decided to, when we were like kind of in the middle of games of Overwatch, she quietly and softly said, "Time to break Anna," and she donated me 10k bits, and that was like the first time I ever had like a massive hype train, and that was probably like one of like my eye-opening moments on Twitch, was like, oh, people actually care enough to like support me in this kind of way. Like, I've had hype trains like in the past when I was like a mic streamer and stuff, but like it never hit like, I don't know, like hype train level 5, for example, and it was just like the small ones, like 1 to 2. But it's like, it was so like eye-opening, and it pushed me to keep going as a streamer, because like seeing that support from my community like surprised me.
I've actually had a parallel experience on Ko-Fi. Finally getting like the first few commissions.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. It is inspiring.
It really is, yeah.
Alright. Oh. Now we're getting into this train of thought. Give a man a fish, he is fed for a day. Teach a man to fish, is he fed for life?
Huh? I'm sorry.
Give a man a fish, he is fed for a day. Teach a man to fish, is he fed for life?
Oh, okay. Ooh, there's 2 ways this could go. So, like, if you give a man a fish, you're technically only feeding him for a day, depending on how much he limits the fish. Is he gonna save the fish for the next couple of meals? Or is he only gonna eat it in one sitting? But if you teach a man how to fish, he can fish as many fish as he wants, depending on, like, what lakes and rivers and, like, resources he has around him. And he'll have a consistent food source, depending on like what area he lives in. So
Indeed.
I'd say teach the man to fish, because that teaches him life skills.
Final answer?
Final answer.
All right. Moving along. Fish a teach to man, he is day for a fed. Man to teach a fish, is he fed for fed? Life for fed, sorry.
Oh, that was confusing. Repeat that, please.
Fish a teach to man, he is day for a fed. Man to teach a fish, is he life for fed?
I don't know how to answer this. It's confusing my brain.
No answer is still an answer.
Yeah, no answer. How would you answer this, Yan?
Solid maybe from me.
Ah, okay. My chat's confused on what was just said.
Don't worry, I'm gonna give both you and your chat plenty more to think about. Because eat a man to fed, he is fish for a day. Teach and eat to man, is he life for fish?
Oh my god. What are these questions? I can't.
Teaching a man to fish.
Oh my god, hold on. Eat a man to fed, he's a fish for a day. Teach and eat to man, is he life for fish? Okay.
Is he life for fish? English, do you speak it? Yes, very clearly.
No, don't. Yes. The answer is yes.
Okay, alright. I'm gonna jot that down in my little notebook. And then we're gonna move on.
Okay.
Fish a fish to teach to fish, he is man for a fish. Man a man for fish, is he fish for man?
So a fish, two fishes. Is he man for a fisherman? He is a fish man.
Fish man.
He is a hybrid. He learned how to grow gills and to swim underwater. He is a fish man. Why
The
does it
answer to
sound
this
like
one
someone's
is
having a stroke?
Atlantis.
Yes.
Someone's
Atlantis.
having a stroke here. The question is who?
Me.
I don't know.
Oh,
Maybe both of us. I don't know.
that's great questions.
Yeah. The only greater question is this next one.
Okay.
Man a give a fish, he is life for a fed. Fish a teach a man, is he life fed for fish? The real question is how much more of these do I have?
That's true. The man a give a fish, he is life. A fed a fish, a teach a man is life fed for fish. What the fuck? They all sound the same.
It's the same words.
It's the same
It's
words,
like a
just
Dr.
put it in a
Seuss
different.
book. Yep.
It's just in a different order.
It is very Seussical.
It is. I love that for you. Yes, just yes again.
I can just blow through the rest of these back to back.
You could, yeah.
Teach a teach to fish, he is fed for a fed. Feed a teach a fish, he is he fed a man? And then
he is a teacher that fishes.
and then of course you have fish, man.
Hey, like I said, he's a fish man.
Fish man. And then we come to the real question.
Okay.
Teach a fish to kill a man. He is man for a day. Give a fish a kill a man. Is he man for life?
What kind of fish is he?
These are the true questions.
Like, it depends on what kind of fish or amphibian he is, really, in order to kill a man. Unless if the man is allergic to fish and then he dies. So
this is the question that Socrates posed to Caesar.
Oh, interesting.
But it was in Greek or Roman. I can't remember.
Fair enough. One of the two.
Or both.
Yeah.
All right. You remember at the start of the stream when I said you technically have the most questions, but it doesn't really count? Yeah, that's why I'm out of questions.
That's fair.
Yep. Half the questions were just frickin' kill a fish, a teach a man of frickin' whatever the hell.
That's great. Does chat have any questions for me?
Does chat have any questions? I think Carson is the only one in my chat that is talking. I think it's the rest are lurkers.
I know,
and
I have
they
some
should
people
lurk
in
to
my
their
chat.
heart's content.
Yeah. We love the lurkers here.
Yeah. God, I saw a
Meanwhile.
freaking streamer the other day that had a bot which would call out people who haven't typed in like 20 or 30 minutes.
Oh.
And that's I guess to like bring out lurkers, but like, jeez.
Why would you do that? Like, that would turn me off as a viewer if I saw that. Like, I would immediately unfollow and block.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
That's
what
weird.
Their goal was. Weird.
Yeah, no, that's weird.
We love the lurkers.
You know what? I'll ask you a question. What
Yeah.
got you into streaming?
That is an interesting question. streaming originally, it was just mic. I didn't have a cam, didn't have HTML, nothing. That was for about a year and a half-ish. And the thing that inspired me was, Chibi Robo 12, I think was the username. YouTube streamer way back. Destiny streamer. And then so I streamed on YouTube for quite a while, and then what caused me to switch over to Twitch for about half a year was a Final Fantasy 14 streamer by the name of Whoops. And then I stayed on Twitch for quite a while before eventually rebranding, because I wanted to get into VTubing, but I can't for the life of me remember why. I think it's just I always was around VTubing and I appreciated the culture, but I never really considered that I could VTube. And then it just kind of clicked one day that, oh, I have a pen and $15 to buy live 2D. I could make a model. And here we are.
Nice. With you having experience on both streaming on YouTube and Twitch, how do you find like the two platforms differ from each other?
It's interesting. On the streaming end, it's pretty much just the same because you're still doing it through OBS and all that stuff. But as for viewership and discoverability and all that stuff, I found YouTube is definitely I got a lot more people coming to my stream that didn't know me, or it was a lot better for discoverability. But there was like almost no retention there. Twitch I've found has been much better for finding people and finding viewers and having a little bit more retention. I don't know if that's just via notifications or what.
Interesting. What made you decide to apply for V-Summon?
That's an interesting one. I found V-Summon because I was in they rebranded V-Reality, which was essentially just a server for VTubers. It was just this small little community, and they had a channel for like opportunities and agencies and groups that had openings, and V-Summon got put in there. And I usually don't really I wasn't really applying for groups or anything like that. But what turned me on to V-Summon was not really Floof herself, but how it was being handled. Because V-Summon I think is very interesting in how it has been handled. It feels a lot more personal.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
The creator is just out there, just very public out in the open. She was not afraid to talk about V-Summon or her goals for V-Summon or anything like that. It was very interesting. It's very different from the agencies and groups I had looked at applying to or applied to in the past.
Nice. I would say for myself, for V-Summon, I was doom scrolling like Twitter one night, and I saw a post from Floofablu, because she had been like appearing in my feed for quite a while. I hadn't followed at the time, but I saw that she was thinking about making a VTuber group, and I was just like, that'd be interesting. So I followed like the page and like Floofablu herself, and I kept up with it. The moment auditions like kind of dropped like the application form, I was like, let me see what's required for this. Like, I took a look at the form and I was like, you know what? I'll shoot my shot. Like, I had just finished an Overwatch tourney and I was just like, you know what? Let's do some more networking. Let's see if something comes of this, you know? So, like, I filled out the application, I made the video, like, the edit and stuff, and I sent it in. I didn't think nothing of it after that. I was just like thinking, yeah, nothing's gonna come of it, because at the time I was still running my own VTuber group, Hopeful Deviants, which has since disbanded because just frankly it was not active, because most of the people who were in it unfortunately didn't stream, or just haven't streamed in a while, or they got a job and overall went on an indefinite hiatus. And then like the person I was working with ghosted me, so I was like, oh, okay. So bit awkward. But no, I remember getting a DM on Twitter being invited to the server, and I was like, oh my god, am I being considered for this group? And I was just like, okay, let me join and see what happens. As like the process went on and we were put into like the little chat for the potential talents, I was like looking through everybody. I was like, I know none of these people. Like the only person I recognized was like Lemon, because he was always on my feed. And I was like, oh my god, okay. So like I followed everyone when I could, and I was just like, we'll see what happens. Let me get to know these people. Let me make it seem like I want to be like an active participant in like the channel and the group if I do get selected. And it actually worked. I was like, oh my god. Like, honestly, I didn't think I was gonna make it in. Like, why would a little streamer like me get in, you know? So the fact that it was like bumped up to 10 talents, I was like, oh my god. And it was just like nice making all of these like new friends and stuff. And it's like, you know what? I found my little family, and like I have now a core group of people that I can fall back to collab with whenever I want, basically. And it's nice. It's like it gives you this amazing network opportunity with so many other content creators of varying sizes, because like we have people who have just hit affiliate, or are just like, you know, from like say 60 and up, basically. And it's just like, it's really nice seeing the variety of content creators in our gen, basically. It's really nice.
The variety is also something which struck me like pretty much immediately, because it's an interesting mix, because you have like Grad and Mina who do like a mix of IRL and MV stuff. You have like Lemon who does a lot of just chatting. You have a large variety of gaming. You have like it's an interesting mix. Yeah.
And then another thing I found interesting was majority of the talents for V-Mythic are all artists for the most part, besides like the handful of people who don't do art. And it's like, it's really nice because now you have this like core group of artists that you can go to for like commission stuff, because it's like, you know, these people, you can trust them with the arts. And it's also like really nice. I remember when Fools commissioned me, that was like one of like my second like ever commissions, and I was like, oh my god, this is cool, you know? It was just like really nice, because like I rarely get commissioned as it is, because again, I'm a baby artist. I don't promote my art stuff. So like when I do, it's like you get like that one like interest in it, or like a comment about it, and it's like, yay, I'm being noticed. It's really nice.
Yeah, I remember that the Fools went around like commissioning pretty much everyone. Yeah, I never really thought about it, but I guess we are like half artists.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, I do wonder if that's just like a chance thing, or if, I mean, I assume it is, but
yeah, I'd assume it is, because like there's you, Bunzo, Mina, Wild, I'm pretty sure Boa also does art. There's just like a handful of us, and it's just like, wow, it's really nice. And like you also have like a bunch of variety of people who live all around the world. Like we got people in Germany, Aussie, Canada, and then across the United States. So it's like, it's nice seeing that wide variety of time zones.
I feel bad frickin' every single time I collab it with Wild. because I have to
Mhm.
remember, like, yeah, it's like 6 p.m. for me. It's like 5 a.m. for her.
Yeah.
I am not a morning person. It is
Yeah.
blasphemy to wake someone up in the morning.
I agree.
Blasphemy. Are you also a night owl?
These past few nights, I definitely have been staying up all night editing and stuff, or just doing art. So it's like I've been up all night and I slept all day, and I was just like, I woke up at like 3:40, saw your message, and I was like, okay, so we might stream, we might not, I don't know, we'll see. And I was just like
Yeah.
waiting around, because like I don't know, I've been struggling to sleep these past few nights. Like the days that I do go to bed like decently early and sleep all night and wake up at like say 9 a.m. in the morning. It's like those are the very weird off days for me.
Mm-hmm.
But it's
Yeah.
more normally like primarily because like I have a stream at like maybe like 1 p.m. Central or 2 p.m. depending, which
Mm-hmm.
is my normal stream time to be fair, which is fine. But like I also do my DGen evening streams with like my friends and stuff because like, you know, if I'm streaming with someone that's Central Standard Time like you, it's like, okay, I don't need to put like CST or EST like behind the number because it's like we just talk in numbers because we understand it.
Yep. Yep.
It is really great finding other content creators who are in your time zone. It's just really nice, honestly.
Yeah, there's so many, like, basically every other person I know or knew before be someone has been EST for some reason. I don't know if that's just like an unlucky streak of mine or what, but
Oh, for real.
I mean, even within V7, there's just a lot of EST.
Yeah, I know. For me, as I was like growing on Twitch and stuff, I've had like maybe like 2-3 people total who are CST, but everyone else has been like EST or GMT plus whatever number. Because like my viewer base is majority or was majority like US, Norway, and Slovakia. So it was like a lot of GM plus viewers and stuff. So it's very interesting to see how much that has changed now after April, because that was like when I did like my big kind of like networking break with a bunch of VTubers for a Overwatch 2 VTuber tourney.
Yeah.
It was definitely a breaking moment for me because like I met a lot of new friends and a lot of people who I can rely on now, and it was definitely the break I needed on Twitch because I've been consistently growing since, and it's been amazing to see. Like I never expected this for 2024 in general. I was like, you know, I had just started taking up streaming seriously in 2024 after being on a hiatus in like 2023 2022 because of university, and I started streaming regularly again like after like my month-long hiatus in April, and I was just like, we'll see what happens. I'll probably just stay around like my 5-10 viewer limit, and it was like, oh no, it's
Like
going
immediately
up.
breaks out. Yep.
Yeah, and I was like, huh?
It's a great feeling.
It's such an amazing like surreal feeling, like seeing that you're actually growing and like your newer viewers keep coming back to watch your streams or just to like hang out and vibe, and it's like wow, it's just like it's an amazing feeling and I love it.
Yeah. The feeling of building a community is I almost said intoxicating. I guess it kind of is. Satisfying. There we go.
It's satisfying, but it's also kind of addicting seeing how much you grow. But like, yeah, sure, it does get a little saddening when you see that your followers number drops, but that's probably due to because like bot follows and stuff and they're getting deleted off of like Twitch and stuff, so it is what it is. But it's like when you make that community and like you have a Discord server and people start using your server without you being in AVC, it's like, wow, people enjoy like my space that I have created for everybody. And it's a surreal feeling.
What do you think about your mods? Carson is second worst. Dragon is the best. I only have two.
I have a lot of mods. So my mod team varies from like all walks of life, basically. People who have been here since practically day one, and then people who have just recently modded. So my mod team, I love my mod team. They are incredible. They are amazing. They are an extension of me. They are my admin team for my Twitch channel. It's like, if I can't pay attention to my chat because of something that is going on within like the game I'm playing, or if I'm like, you know, like when you're playing Overwatch, you don't really have that much time to pay attention to chat when the game gets very intense. So when I have like my mods in chat, like say my most active mods would be Llama and my good friend Casey. They have been probably my god tier mods, I would say. But then I also have like my mods who I've had since like day one. So like my mod Trivix and my mod Shiro I've had since day one essentially, and they've been there since day one. Of course, like, you know, time zones, they don't show up as much anymore, but when they do, it's such a nice feeling. And of course, I love all of my mods. Like, I have Trivix, Shiro, Mary, Silent, Llama, Cthulhu, Casey, Bobbit, Shelly, and then of course I have Carson and Rock as like backup mods, like if need be, basically.
Stashed in the warehouse,
yeah. Like I have a long list of mods for my Twitch streams, but then I also have like my mod list for my Discord, which majority of my Twitch mods also mod for my Discord server. But for my Discord mod team, I have my friend Gundam and my friend Ditto, and they are amazing. We love them. We support them. Like, I love my whole entire mod team. But definitely like seeing my mods in chat, and if they're like collabing with me, of course they'll like help mod or do the shoutouts when need be. But it's like, I love my mods. Like, even if I don't see majority of them nowadays, it's like they have that sword because they either helped me like when I was first starting out, or like during like say a subathon or like a 12-hour stream or whatever I was doing at the time. And I just frankly, I don't like removing mod from people because there's no point unless if like they've done something like terribly bad. So it's like, I rarely remove mods. I think I've removed mod like from maybe like 3 people in total. Yeah. Definitely a lot of my mods have started out as VIP, like Silent, Mary, Llama, Cthulhu, and Casey and Bobbit all started off as VIP members before they got promoted to mod. Because I see it as a way to kind of earn your place within my Twitch stream, because it's to recognize like the members of the community who are the most active.
Yeah, I mean, I think modding in general is just kind of a show of respect. It's I trust you is what that means.
Definitely. Also, hello Tatsuya, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well.
Let's see. I really should have. I keep forgetting to write more questions. I've either written too many or too few. I'm still figuring that out.
You weren't prepared.
Nope.
But then again, it wouldn't be a stream without the scuff, right?
Yes. The omnipresent scuff. It makes the stream inescapable.
This lovely little gremlin on my stream is my genmate, Yen. They're doing a little interview with me on their little talk show.
I'm failing to do so.
They ran out of questions. We're talking. It's just not really answering questions anymore.
It is by definition still a talk show.
Yes.
As long as the silence doesn't persist for more than 30 seconds, it's still a talk show. That's how it works.
Yes, exactly. Tatsuya says hello, Yan.
Hello, that's. That was close. We almost said 30 seconds.
Oh my god, you're right.
Oh no.
Chat, throw us a question.
Quickly. I'm drowning.
Silence.
Silence.
I guess, like, have you done all of your art for, like, all of your, like, streaming stuff, or have you commissioned other people before?
I have done all of my art, and I hate myself for it.
Oh, wow.
I told myself early on, I'm going to do all of my art, and I'm going to stay committed to that. Horrible idea. Ask others. Use free assets, everyone. Please. Don't do what I did.
Oh, interesting.
Do not.
Interesting. Oh, we got a question from Tatsuya. They are asking, what's your favorite type of video game genre, and how did you get into gaming?
Interesting. Favorite genre would definitely be RPG. Specifically JRPG usually. How did I get into gaming? First game I ever played. I'm trying to think. I definitely know which one it is.
Oh my god.
Yes, game.
Thank you for the gifted subs.
It's either New Super Mario Bros. For the Wii or Super Metroid, and I forget which one. Definitely not an RPG funnily. Oh, frickin'. Thank you, Fools. Randomly dropped it. Appreciate it. Alright. But yeah, one of those. First RPG I ever played, I'm trying to think. Oh god, I probably don't remember.
So yeah, thank you for the 10 biddies. I appreciate it. Also,
I
welcome
definitely
on
don't
in
remember.
Arcana. I'd say for me, video game genre, I have definitely, like, I love my first-person shooters, but I've definitely have kind of gone towards the farming simulators nowadays. So I like cozy, kind of comfy games, but as for like what got me into gaming, I would definitely say it was my mom. My mom started me off on video games very young. I think I started playing video games when I was around like 4 or 5, and it was like with like Kingdom Hearts and Soul Calibur, as I mentioned earlier on. Definitely having a supportive parent that like wants you to experience like other things, but like also like a healthy way to like get out your anger without like yelling at people and like swearing and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I definitely would say my mom got me into gaming primarily.
Interesting. I feel like I definitely didn't get into it, but my dad definitely encouraged me to keep going with it. Because he works in the gaming industry, actually. That's always been kind of an inspiration. He's been an inspiration to keep going with art as well for me.
So
it is hard to think on the spot.
Yeah, no, it's definitely hard to think on the spot, like about questions and like what you want to talk about.
Yep.
Like, don't get me wrong, I love talking, but it's like, what do I talk about now?
Here's a question. What is a question?
A question is a series of words that forms an open-ended discussion among peers.
A strong stance. Are you gonna stick with that?
Yes.
All right. I think a question is anything that ends in a question mark. Case in point. Potato?
Potato. What is your favorite kind of like way to eat a potato?
Baked.
Baked. Ooh, what kind of like stuff do you like putting on your like baked potato?
Um, cheese, sour cream, that vegetable which I can't remember, and
Green
bacon.
onion?
Green onion, thank you. Yeah.
I liked eating mashed potatoes and scalloped
Yeah.
potatoes. Those are my favorite.
That is fair. Yeah. Question from Zephyr Amethyst. What was your most memorable collab you ever did?
Ooh, memorable collab.
That's a
Ooh,
good
that's a
one.
good one, Saifi.
That is a good one.
Um, over the 4 years, I've done many collabs, and I definitely would say I have a lot of memorable ones. So it's like hard to kind of like pinpoint one exact one. Ooh, I'm gonna pick one from every year.
Mm.
2020, I want to say it was probably like my first ever Overwatch collab where I was streaming and I was using a mic with my friend, with my mod Trivix89 and a bunch of his community. I would say that was like one of my first few favorite memorable collabs because it was just like such a funny moment. Because like one of the things that had happened was I'm a Mercy main, so like I was playing Mercy, and there was one moment where the enemy hog just cornered me in a room but never killed me. So I was just squeaking and being like, "Hi, can I leave?" And like my friend who was like on tank, one of my other one of my VIPs, Slitch, he was playing Zarya and bubbled me so I could get out. But it was definitely one of my favorite moments from 2020. 2021/2022, I would say it would be like any of the collabs that I've had with like Silent Rage, my mod, because like we played a variety of games. We've played Overwatch, we've played Stardew, Code Vein. Honestly, any of the collabs that me and Silent have done have always been one of my few favorites. Like it's like that nice chemistry where you bounce off like your stream partner.
Oh yeah.
Like one of my favorite moments like with Silent was like when we were playing Sunhaven, and I was like talking to my chat about like how I love hearing people like talk about their lives and their stories and stuff and like things that happened in their childhood. I had looked at Discord to see if I was still muted, and apparently at some point I had unmuted myself, and Silent heard the entire thing, and I verbally went like, "Oh fuck, I'm not muted," and Silent was just like, no, you're not. And I just started giggling and laughing, and it was just like, oh, those are happy Anna noises. And it was just definitely one of my favorite moments. But as in more recent years, like 2024, I want to say my most recent unpromptu collab with Fools, actually, for Chain Together was one of my favorites. A lot of laughs, a lot of giggles. It was just constant laughing throughout the entire Unprompto stream.
I was lurking on that one. It was a very good stream.
Yeah, no, it was just like a lot of laughs, and it was just like, it was great. Definitely there's gonna be more favorites, more moments that I'll be including on a secret little project that I'm working on. I've talked about it briefly, but to talk a bit about it more on here, I'm working on this like wiki fan page for myself, and it's essentially gonna have the extensive Twitch history of my channel. It's gonna have the lore of my character, how she got certain powers, how she had certain forms, the stories. It's gonna have all of my artist credits, who I've worked with in the past, who've made what art, and then there's gonna be a section for my mods, so like the list of my mods, and then their favorite moments on my channel as well, and just like kind of stuff like that I'm currently working on, and it's been a really fun time actually working all of that on secret. Like I've talked about it with like some people, but it's like, hey, this is gonna be happening, and we are currently working on this.
Interesting.
Yee.
Yeah, I need to frickin' I love the frickin' I'm pretty sure I've put it into the chat. The frickin' virtual YouTuber wiki for V-Summon.
Oh,
It's just like, it's almost correct. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Floof is Zero generation, and like there's some inconsistent stuff, and then there's all of the freaking stuff at the bottom, the like things to represent us in first generation are just like our
It was our
wait,
Twitter pictures
yeah,
at
it's
the
all
time.
Twitter profiles.
Because like mine on the thing is of me and my friend Bobbit, and I don't have that picture anymore right now. So like I constantly go back and look at it. The thing I've noticed is the thing I have deduced is how they put Grand and Dez. So I have deduced it down to that it's somebody within the vSummon Discord server that made this. Because how would anyone know about Mina's Discord account being Dez besides a vSummon Discord server member?
They have the insider information.
Yeah, because they also hinted at, when you're reading through it, it hints at, according to lore hints, vSummon pertains to a library outside of traditionally accepted time and space where stories of all kind of conjugate. Several hints have been made to a cat or a feline of some variety being involved. However, no official lore story has been published as of recording. Only people in the Discord server would know this because it hasn't been posted on Twitter or anything that I'm aware of. So I'm just like...
picturing you with like a freaking cork board, like red strings going everywhere.
No, definitely. And
it has to be this series of people.
Yeah, so like I'm pretty sure it's somebody in the Discord server or like one of the Discord mods that just haven't said anything about it.
Yes, this is despite the fact that like it popped up like almost immediately after the announcement was made, like a day after.
Yeah, so it's like
it has
to be someone within the server and who's keeping up with vSummon. Like, that is at least my thinking, because like there's certain hints on there. I'm just like, it has to be someone within the server or someone who knows somebody, like one of the talents, and they're being told stuff. Like, honestly, at first I thought it might have been Carson who made it. If I'm being real with you, I thought Carson made it. That's what I thought, but I don't know.
I feel like that is a good guess, but I don't feel like it's Carson.
True. I don't know, the way that the text is worded on the like fandom wiki for vSummon, it's not in a frame of words that like Carson would use. But like that was at least my guess, because Carson could see like the hints about the like Mista and stuff, the cat feline. So it's like I thought it was Carson, but like I don't know, it could be somebody else, or it could be one of the talents who just hasn't said anything about it.
Ooh.
That could be a thing too.
Around.
Yeah.
And it'd be like, yeah.
Did you see the little ping Carson did in the talent chat?
Yep. Yep.
Pretty funny.
Oh god, I'm probably lagging.
Just a little. The stream kind of buffered, but I think you're good.
Yeah. My internet just been...
Wow.
What's been doing that? I don't know how my internet is this stable. It theoretically shouldn't be. Of course, now that I've said something, it's gonna frickin' crash.
It'll be fine. Don't you worry about it.
Yeah.
Smile.
Now what? I'm from...
Yeah.
My finger. Yes, the guy whose only talent is being good at English and writing couldn't have been him. Heaven forbid. Yes, Chris. It can't be.
No, it can't. I don't think it is. Unless, Carson, are you stepping up and saying it's you?
It's a red herring. I refuse to believe this. It's a red herring. I have my little like what's the freaking English guy? The detective? His hat. You know.
Incognito? I don't know.
No,
Sherlock
English...
Holmes?
Yeah, him. I never forget Sherlock Holmes.
There's a silly little guy. Yeah, the little hat.
Sherlock Holmes. Yes, Carson. Sherlock Holmes. Thank you. Oh. Well, I'm out of water.
Oh, you gonna go get more water?
Nah.
Ah, okay.
I'll starve.
Oh. Alright. Oh, Yen's gonna dehydrate chat.
Water.
What kind of things would you like to see for your own Twitch streams? Like, what kind of like content or like stuff that do you want to like do in the future?
Art. I want to work up the courage to do more art stuff.
Okay.
I'm too shy at the moment, and I feel like I'm gonna be too quiet. But I want to do it. I do want to. There is also the problem of I have to do some weird technology stuff because I use a tablet. I use a iPad, so I have to do some weird wiring.
Yeah, definitely.
It's just an excuse, but whatever. I'll
When
do it one
you're
of these days.
when you're a bigger content creator on the platform, are you gonna look into getting merch for your own community?
Merch is something that I have thought about in the past. I kind of want to, if I ever do merch, just like make cool designs. I don't really want it. I don't know if it would ever even tie back to me in any way, shape, or form. I just want to make cool stuff.
Okay, that's interesting. Because, like, I know a lot of content creators, like, when they do merch, it always ties back to their YouTuber model or, like, their mascot or something like that. Like, in some shape or form, it always leads back to them. So that's very interesting to see that you don't want it to tie back to you. I really like that.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah,
it's unique.
I've gotten a few of those like merches that are just like a blank T-shirt with X name on it. I don't know. I don't want to do that. I want to do something interesting.
Yeah, I know. I definitely have supported my content creation friends, and I bought some of their hoodies and stuff. I always buy the hoodies.
Yeah.
It's just like very nice. Especially it's just like supporting my friends. Like some of them no longer stream, but I still like have their merch and I still wear it around because it's really comfy.
Oh yeah, a good comfy hoodie is a good comfy hoodie.
Oh yeah, for real.
Drop my pen. One of these days, this pen is gonna break and it's gonna freaking cost me a lot of money. Till then, I'm gonna keep dropping it.
Fair enough.
Let's see. Pull up like a WikiHow article.
WikiHow. How to ask questions.
Wiki article, yeah. How to ask questions. Here, let's see. How to ask questions and have better conversations. Oh, that's just what I need.
It sounds perfect.
How to ask questions that have weight. Be willing to ask. Okay, check. Have a clear purpose in mind. Ask relevant and appropriate questions. Ask It's the right person. Are you the right person? That
I'd
wasn't one
say
of my
I am.
questions. That one doesn't count.
Okay.
Word your questions carefully. Keep it brief. Listen attentively to the answer. Ask follow-up questions. Types of questions. Request specific information. This is too many. This has actually not made me think of better questions to ask. This is the opposite of what I wanted.
Yeah?
What's the longest stream you've ever done?
Ooh. I think to date still it's probably a 25-hour stream.
Good lord. What is it with everyone in V-Summon having done or doing a 24-hour stream? 25, sorry. What is with me?
I've done my every year I try to do at least one 24-hour stream or get close to doing 24 hours. But there was one point where I was doing a donathon and it maxed it out at 25 hours.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Man, I don't think I have the stamina for that. I probably have the stamina for like 16 at most.
Yeah, no, doing the longer streams, it's definitely nice having some energy drinks and some snacks, but also remember to take your little walkie breaks around your house to stretch your legs. Because that was something that I used to neglect. Like, my chat would have to force me to go get food, because I would just forget to eat. But yeah.
And eat
No.
today.
I have ate today. I had a muffin.
What kind of muffins?
It was a Raisin Bran muffin that my grandmother made.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. Not my favorite kind of muffin, but it was there and I was hungry, so I was like, you know what? Fuck it. We're gonna eat it.
You can correct me if this is wrong. You seem like the kind of person that would like, and I say this as someone who does, oatmeal raisin cookies.
It depends. I don't like the store-bought ones, but if it's like fresh and homemade and still soft and chewy, I absolutely adore them.
Okay, yeah. Got it.
I don't know. I just feel like when it's like homemade, it's so much better and it tastes better.
If you were to release merch, what kind of merch would you release? Okay.
So. Yep. You go first.
I am very biased. I love trench coats. I love them.
Ooh.
I love coats. I love trench coats. I'd probably try to get with someone who can make a good one of those, and like maybe a sweatshirt or a hoodie.
Nice. So for me currently in plans, because I'm using Fourth Wall, it is basically a site that's pay to produce or whatever it's called. It's like
yeah,
one of those sites. And it's essentially you make your merch and stuff, and then like when an order is placed, it's made basically.
Yes.
But so far what we have some like little button pins. We got some sweaters, we got some shirts. I'm also like looking into doing stickers as well as a backpack. I'm also gonna like look into doing like little like the tumbler like mug cups things, stuff like that. Got posters as well. I also want to collab with Candle, whatever that website is. For like a VTuber candle. I would love to do that because that would be like a unique kind of like limited time product. I would like adore to have that kind of thing. Like I am affiliated with like Candle. It's just I haven't like reached out to like do an actual like collab yet because I feel like I would have to like buy the product and stuff and more. But yeah, it's something I want to do. Like definitely have like a candle or like plushies, keychains. Like I want all the sorts, but it's also like working with an artist and paying the commercial rights to have the artwork produced as merch as well. So
Yeah.
for like my little fairy PNG, I'm gonna be purchasing the rights for my little fairy PNG that I have made by Jai. So I'm purchasing the rights for that for the merch as well. And then there's some recent art stuff that I got. For example, like my Kitsune artwork that I got with my friend It's Bobbit. I have the commercial rights for that, so that's gonna be on some of the merch stuff as well. And of course, like I can make my own art, but like what I'm struggling with like for merch is like the dimensions for like how big it has to be, but it also has to be imported in a certain way. And like sometimes when you do that way, it doesn't like, it's like, oh, the file's too small or it's not like imported correctly. And it's like I've been struggling with that because like there's no good tutorials out there to teach you how to do it. You're just kind of on your own. But I'll figure it out eventually.
A little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything.
I could just recycle questions from earlier Distant Disports, I suppose.
Yeah, could.
Let's see. Now that you've drawn everyone in V-Summon, not true. Is there anyone's design that stands out to you?
I definitely haven't had the chance to draw everyone in V-Summon yet. I know I've primarily only drawn fools. Yeah, I'd assume that.
Yeah.
And I definitely want to do more doodles and stuff of people in V-Summon. I don't know when I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do it at some point, but the design that I would say I adore the most out of like everyone besides my own would either have to be Mina's design or even Sorted, because those two designs like stood out to me the most out of everybody.
Gotcha. Yeah, I definitely agree with you on Mina's. Mina's is very, very interesting.
It's very eye-catching, and it's just like you want to look for more of the details. You want to like learn what's the story behind like the character, like the design and stuff. It's definitely interesting.
I do enjoy white hair, which I've noticed that I forget who pointed it out. We have like almost every single hair color represented, or like common hair color represented.
Yeah, no, like I'm looking at the V-Summon wallpaper because it's on my it's my wallpaper.
Yeah.
So it's like you got the white hair with like Fools, Mina, and I want to say Floof. I don't know if it's white or a light purple. I can't tell.
It's a light blue, having worked with it before.
Okay, interesting. But like you have like people who are matching other people in a way. Like you have the brown hair, you have like the shades of purple, the shades of red/orange, and then you have your little dragon, and then you have lemon.
Yep. Every single hair color, including bald.
Yeah, it's like you could like match somebody into like a little kind of group with somebody else. It's really unique. I love that. I adore it, actually.
Going right along that road, are you excited for the prospect of Kohai, or for Gen 2?
Gen 2, I've been really excited about that because I'd be hinting at my friends. I'm like, oh, in a few months, Gen 2 is gonna be opening up slots. Maybe you should apply. Like maybe be in Gen 2, be in a cohesive like VTuber group that actually is very personal and very open with each other. Like you'll find that community. And like people are very caring, very loving in this community within V Mythic. It's like everyone is I love everyone. They're just like a sweetheart.
Everyone is wonderful to each other. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the people that I have interacted with, I've never had a bad experience with anybody in the VTuber group so far. It's just, it feels like home.
Yeah. I gotta thank you for that. She has put together a wonderful group of people.
I would definitely agree with that. Going along with art, is there anybody in V Summon that you want to draw?
Everyone in One Piece probably doesn't count here. I'm dreading drawing Nina because that design is just a touch on the complicated side.
Yeah.
I want to draw Bunzo again. I've drawn him once in a chibi-ified design.
Ooh, nice.
But I want to draw him again. And again, I also want to frickin' not really like one up Wild, but now that Wild has finished her drawing everyone, I want to also do it.
I remember back when we were doing the interview processes and like, you know, just like in that phase of whether or not are we gonna get into V Summon, I remember you had started a chibi-fied piece of drawing everybody. Has there been any progress on that, or have you just kind of scrapped that idea?
I got about halfway through. There's about 6 people drawn on there. I still have the file for it. I just have not come back to it.
Yeah, I figured as much because I haven't seen anything on that, but I've been wondering about it.
I was so motivated. I was like, I'm gonna draw one person per day, and then it just kind of freaking fell by the wayside due to other projects.
Yeah, no, that's understandable.
Question from Fools: what's your top 10 reasons Fools is the best?
All 10 reasons. Twitch hubby.
All right. Or a more serious question: what may have inspired designs for your models?
Ooh, inspired designs.
I think you touched on that briefly earlier.
Briefly, yeah. I would definitely say it was just like friends and like streamers that I've talked to. It's just like a lot of like elements and stuff. Like my dragon design is heavily influenced by my friend Tribix. But my fairy design actually is heavily influenced by Final Fantasy and in general just like the concept of the fae creatures and like fairies and stuff. I've been told it's very reminiscent of like Winx Club and Sailor Moon, but those are not my those were not reference points for me for my fairy design at all. I find it funny that people think that though. It's just like, no, wasn't a design point for me. It was definitely like maybe a little bit like magical girl vibe, but it was definitely heavily inspired by Final Fantasy.
That is actually interesting, because Yen's design right now is the product of a massive game of Telephone. Yen started off as a rough concept, and then became my avatar in Final Fantasy XIV, female Aura, if you were wondering. And then got translated twice over the course of 2 different D&D games, hence why I'm a satyr, and then got turned into a VTuber model.
That's
Design-wise, this design is majority just slapping things around just to see what sticks. I have literally always had a trench coat, though. I've already expressed my love for trench coats. I shall not do so again. I love trench coats.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Slight permutation on an earlier question asked by Zephyr. Not to be biased, but who out of your friends do you love the design of the most? I guess just the in or out of V-Summon.
Okay, within V-Summon, the design that I love the most. Ooh. Because there's like variant concept designs for a lot of our like gen mates and stuff. They have like different outfits and stuff. The one that I really want to draw currently, I would say would be like Boa, and definitely you, of course. Like those two are like the two designs that kind of stand out to me right now that I want to like kind of draw at some point. I don't know when it'll happen. It'll happen at some point.
I feel that.
Yeah, but out of like my non V7 friends, I would say one of my favorite designs would probably have to be my friend It's Bobbit. I love his kitsune design and like all of his outfits and stuff that he has. It's really nice to see. It's like very refreshing to see something of that caliber.
Yeah, I've seen him around.
Mm-hmm.
I do agree. It is interesting. Trying to think. I don't think my favorite design is out of V-Summon. I think, or out of specifically friends, I think it is still probably Mina. I just don't have a lot of friends.
Fair enough.
Okay. Carson asked, what is your 13th reason why? Which I'm just not going to acknowledge that one.
My dad.
Oh, no.
I won't trauma dump here, but you're more than welcome to prod me in DMs about it.
Yeah, I will not do so here.
Yeah, exactly. Not a time or a place for that story.
Nah. God damn it! I felt like I just had to go to one, and now it's gone.
Oh no!
You just acknowledged that though? No, I didn't. Acknowledged what?
Acknowledged what?
About?
Exactly.
I'm gonna have to scrub the VOD on this one. I can't let Carson catch on to me.
You know, just like particularly edit the VOD. It's fine.
I'm gonna see frickin' one clip created by Carson after this, aren't I?
Oh, probably.
No, that's not a good one.
You mentioned D&D earlier. What's your favorite class and race to play?
Ooh, this is interesting. Class. I bounce around a lot, but either Warlock or Sorcerer, just because they have wacky nonsense.
True.
Race, however, I am a big fan of Changeling.
Ooh, okay.
Also because it has a lot of wacky nonsense you can do.
That is true. That's true.
Solid second in close competition is Satyr, though, because of course.
Yeah, your design.
Yep.
I'd say for me, my first D&D character was a high sun elf, and I was a druid, so that definitely has a place in my heart. But my favorite one to play that I played in the past was a Tabaxi rogue.
Ooh, fast.
Yeah, inspired after my cat Jazzy.
We have a lot of people in V-Summon that have played or do like D&D.
I wonder if if we could get a V Summon D&D group going, because that would be really fun.
I mean, I do have a one shot that's fully written, or it's a
Like,
series of one shots rather. But
yeah, I've had my fair share of DMing. Like, I've DM'd my own campaign. It's on an indefinite hiatus right now because I need to rewrite some stuff. But I do want to kind of like go back into DMing at some point. I don't know when, but I definitely want to go back. But I definitely need a break from it because I want to go back to being a player.
Yeah, I feel that. Do you have a favorite video game character? Asked again by Zephyr Amethyst.
Video game character. Oh, there's a lot of video games that I've played. And a lot of them, like, most of the video games I've played have definitely been, like, you know, you create your own character. But if we're going to video games that already start off with, like, a character of some sort that you play, or have been, like, kind of, like, in the sides of stuff, I want to going back to, like, Kingdom Hearts. One of my favorite video game characters that you don't really get to play as or interact with as much, but I loved her character design, was Kairi from Kingdom Hearts. I loved her design. I loved, like, seeing her, like, red hair. I loved her, like, color scheme. Definitely, like, the color scheme of her clothing. Like, I think if I remember correctly, like, one of her outfits was, like, pink and, like, purples. That Kairi is definitely one of, like, my design influences for my character. Definitely.
I had to look her up. I've definitely seen her design tossed around a little bit though. I've seen her around.
Yeah.
My freaking normal answer is Karlak. However, I will never miss a chance to bring up Omori, so my actual answer is Sunny from Omori.
Oh, nice.
Have you played Omori? I feel like I ask this question every single time, even though I don't mean to.
I have not played Omori yet.
If you would like to gain a tremendous amount of sadness and hysteria, definitely. There you go.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a game on my radar, along with I need to finish Undertale.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a game on my radar. Yeah, Kairi's design from Kingdom Hearts 2, definitely Zyph. Did I hear Larxene? No, you did not, Llama. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know, but maybe I feel like I'm just getting a little bit of an inclination that Carson might want to join if we're doing D&D.
So, Arcana also hinted at that, saying he'd be down for it.
Oh god, how big of a group are we putting together?
I don't know. So far, me, you, Arcana, like Carson. Oh, we can toss the idea out into the V-Summon Discord and see who has interest into it. Because, like, another thing we have to think about is, like, time zones. That's going to be the conflicting thing.
I'm foaming at the mouth, yeah. That's why I threw out my one-shot hesitantly, is that it's a one-shot, so it would take, like, 6 hours, probably. It is not exactly short.
Yeah, no, I would definitely love to do another, like, one-shot or, like, another, like, long-term campaign. Because, like, presently, I am in a waitlist for 2 campaigns, or technically 3 if my DM friend ever gets back to streaming and doing Dungeons and Dragons. But my friend Trivix, he hosted a campaign for a while, but due to players dropping it, it's on a hiatus right now till we look for, like, new players.
Gotcha.
And then my friend Cece's also writing their own campaign, so we have a Discord server for that I put together. So it's like, right now it's just like a hangout hub for her friends and stuff, but it's also going to be used for D&D on a later date.
Yeah, but most of my D&D itch is just within the same group of friends that's made up almost entirely of DMs. So
yeah.
we are all like pitching campaigns and stepping on each other's toes like constantly.
Yeah, no,
In a good
I
way.
was introduced to D&D by my friend Chocobo, and we got together like a little group. It was me, Trivix, Chocobo, a Gret Gundam, and our friend MJ. And I streamed that campaign up until it went on an indefinite like hiatus. You can actually still find the VODs for that on my YouTube channel, actually. Besides, like, some of the episodes where I forgot to upload it to YouTube. But no, I've been in multiple, like, campaigns and, like, mini campaigns, one-shots and stuff. It's definitely very fun. I have a very ongoing, growing dice collection.
Oh yeah. The dice collection isn't getting any smaller.
I got a D100 at an anime convention back in July, and I bought a bunch of dice. I got my first set of metal dice. It's a really purple color with like black roses on it, and I'm just like, hee 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 hee. I haven't been able to use them yet, but like I have them. Shiny click clacks.
I only do online. There's no point in me collecting dice. I'm not going to use them in any actual D&D. However, I have like 7 or 8 sets.
For some campaigns, if they allow me to use real dice, I will use them. But if it's like a campaign that's like, no, you can't, you have to use the RNG dice on like Roll20 or D&D
Roll20,
Beyond,
yeah.
I'll use them.
Oh no, God forbid D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
The cursed land.
Yeah, Zypher was there with me when I bought all the dice. Because Zypher is my high school best friend, so they grew up with me. We live in the same city, so we often hang out quite a bit.
Yeah. I've moved around a little bit too much.
I've moved around in my city quite a bit, and then I always end up back at my grandparents' place. It is what it is.
Yeah. I don't regret it. Trying to think again.
Thinking is hard.
My brain still feels like raw hamburger meat.
Fair enough. What is something that you want to see happen for V-Summon?
Definitely everyone everyone in one collab is definitely like up there on the list.
Yeah,
I want
would
to do
agree.
a collab with literally everyone. Even though it's gonna be hard to coordinate what game and all that stuff, but
Yeah, it'd be like, what game do we all have? Or like, it'd probably be a party game if anything. But like we have to consider like time zones for people who are in Australia and Germany. Because it's more easier for the people in like the United States / Canada, because their time zones are very similar. But it would have to be something that we plan way in advance, I feel.
Favorite D&D dice?
Favorite D&D? Hold up.
Between either a D12 and a D50 for me.
Okay. For me, I would say either a D4 or a D8. I don't know.
I don't like the D4. I've stepped on a D4 before. Those things like
I know,
couch
same.
hops.
I've stepped on them before, but like if like there was like a burglar coming in, like you could just throw a bunch of D4 on the floor and they could just like step on it.
They are the most useful as a weapon. I will give you that.
I don't know. It's just like my favorite one to just kind of like play with in my hand, but definitely it's nice to have as like a mini weapon if need be, because like if police question you, you could just be like, oh, I accidentally threw them on the floor in my scare and I didn't expect them to step on them, my bad.
Ma'am,
Like,
that man has 12 stab wounds.
don't worry about it. It's his fault that he slipped on the banana peel and fell into a bunch of
Roll
D4.
persuasion.
Bet. Where's my D20? Just hear me opening up shit. Here's my D20. That's a natural 20.
Oh damn. The cop leaves and also steps and slips on a D4.
Oh my god, I got a rice fact.
Oh hell, dude, I love Rice Guy. He's awesome.
Shall I read it? Shall I read it?
Oh yeah. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
In fields of gold where sunbeams dance, there grows a grain, a humble stance. Its slender stalks sway in the breeze. A gift of nature, a staple please. Rice, oh rice, a treasure so pure, nourishing souls, a feast to endure. From paddy fields to plates so fine, it fills our hunger, a divine design. Boiled or steamed, a fluffy delight, a canvas for flavors, day or night. With curries, stir fries, or sushi rolls, rice unites cultures, it bridges souls. Oh, that was poetic. I really like that.
That was a good one.
That was really poetic. Thank you, Monkey Boy, for the rice fact of the day. I appreciate it.
I love that guy. Do you or do you not like... Hold on. Do you or do you not like roleplay, whether it's in-game or for fun?
Ooh. Roleplay. So
That
if we're
is an
talking like
interesting one.
D&D, it depends on the group. It depends if it's a whole new group of players that you've never played before. So like if you have somebody that's very into like role playing and you don't get the chance to like role play yourself, it can feel very intimidating. But if you have that good chemistry with your roleplay group, you know them and you have that chance to roleplay and they prompt you to roleplay, it can be very fun. But it just depends on the group itself. Like, do you have that dynamic with your group mates? Do you not have that dynamic? Because if you don't have that dynamic, you're not gonna have fun roleplaying in game. But if you do, you're gonna have so much fun. You're gonna create stories, you're gonna create those memories, and it's very thrilling and like surreal to have that like magical moment with another like player at the table.
I definitely agree. Yeah. I also think it depends on what the creator of the campaign is going for. Because if it's a more like combat-oriented campaign and you don't really need to roleplay,
Yeah.
that's fine. But yeah, I definitely do prefer role-playing to not role-playing, if I had to say.
Yeah. No, definitely. I enjoy role playing, especially with like the players at my table. As a DM, I always allowed for opportunities to roleplay, and I would also like ask like the more quieter players, like, hey, what is your character doing at this current time while these two are doing this? And like I'll pull them into a separate VC so they can roleplay their like little thing with me, with like one of the NPCs, like give them their moment to shine. It's always something I adore doing. It helps a lot.
Sorted coming in here. Wait, Anna's a DM. Yes, as far as I can tell.
Yes, I do DM on odd occasions. Not much as of right now, because I have to rewrite some of my campaign stuff and my homebrew things that I'm doing, but I do DM on the odd occasion. I can. I'm still very much a new baby DM, and I have changed some of the rules in my campaign. Like, we don't use like Electrum or Silver. It's mostly a gold system. So I forgot to tell my players that, and they were so confused on the different conversion rates, and I was like, I'm so sorry, I apologize, that's on me. but like there was like some other stuff that I didn't know about. Like I have a rule book and like a starter kit for D&D, and I'm just like every once in a while I'll be flipping through it to like look up something. But since most of my players are DMs themselves, I would be like, hey, how do you work this? How do you run this? Explain this to me so I can do it.
Mm-hmm. Actually, this is an interesting one. Are you more of a more vanilla but by the rules kind of player or slash DM, or are you more into homebrew?
It's a merge of both, I'd say. Like some of the things I will take from the vanilla rulebook, but I have also added my own like customary rules as well for like a more homebrew stuff. Like for my campaign, I allowed my characters to have like one magic item. Like they had to show it to me first, so I made sure it's like not too overpowered and stuff, but like you know, like give them like a little starting item to help out with their like campaign, because like the campaign we started off is a it wasn't homebrew, it was a module Lost Mine and Fandalore, and like they're starting off at level 1, so I wanted to give them like a little boost if they wanted to use a magic item, or they could have like their own custom spell as long as it wasn't too overpowered. Like, so essentially if they were playing a class that doesn't naturally get a spell, I would allow them to have a special cantrip, say like from whatever source, like whether they learned it from their past or like a parent, like it was like passed down to them. I would allow it to be there. Like, cause like most classes like Ranger, you don't really get cantrips until like way later on, so it was just something nice for me to do for my players, which I know they enjoyed.
We'll do it in order. If you could create a custom spell, what would it be and what would it do?
Custom spells. I haven't really thought that far. I don't know, actually. That is something I'm gonna have to think about. If I had to say, like, maybe something to do with, like... If anything, the things that I can think of would be, like, more potion-based, not really spell-based. Because my little... channel point like icon is actually a potion that changes you into a fairy. It's also like a magic item for D&D that my friend Gustavo made for me back in the day. So it's like canonically the potion that was forced down Anna's throat to keep her powers contained without going berserk with modifications. But spell-wise, I would say I want to do something with, like, probably, like, a weapon kind of spell, like, to enchant, like, weapons or something. Like, I know there's, like, a spell like that already, but, like, slightly different in a way.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Mine falls in the same vein of it kind of already exists, which is I don't know what level it would be, but I really want more spells that can telefrag. I feel like that's just a funny thing, or telefrag, or what's it called in the actual D&D rulebook? Shunt, to shunt things. Because you can kind of do it, but Yeah, and then sorted. Do you prefer DMing or playing as playing a character more?
I started off as a player. So being a player will always be something I hold dear to my heart. But I enjoy both very equally, because for both, like as a player and as a DM, there is a creative aspect to both of them. Like with being a player, you're creating your character. You're creating whether, depending on your DM, like if it's like a homebrew class or not, or you're creating that story, you're creating the character, their backstory, if you're into like making backstories for your character or whatnot. Definitely being as a player, it's always fun revealing like little hints of lore to your character from their past. But it is also really fun being a DM, because like you can trick your players into doing something or going somewhere they're not supposed to. And like you can just throw a bunch of random monsters at them for encounters. Like I enjoy both of them equally. Definitely being a DM is more slightly stressful because you do have to do your DM prep and stuff like a few days or like a week before your campaign, or like right after your like current session is done, so you have it ready for like next session, or you're just getting enough like prepared and stuff. I'd say I enjoy being a player more. I'm leaning towards player, but I enjoy both of them equally.
Yeah. I also start as the player. I have a tendency to overwrite both backstories and also game. And also I have a bad habit when I'm DMing of being just a little too generous. Not really with rewards, with what I let people get away with. Which I need to curtail a little bit. Also, frickin' rice fact. I love it. Here. Well, I'll read the rice fact. The year 2004 was declared the International Year of Rice. What? Rice is grown on every continent on Earth except Antarctica. There are more than 40,000 varieties of cultivated rice said to exist, but the exact figure is uncertain. Asia alone both produces and consumes more than 90% of the world's rice. Rice does not have sodium or cholesterol, and barely any fat. Rice is naturally gluten-free. I did know that last part because my mom's gluten-free. And she definitely depends on rice a lot.
Yeah, definitely understandable.
Yeah. Actually, I do have a icebreaker question I could ask about rice. It has rice in it.
All right.
We're a little late for an icebreaker, but
It's fine.
if you could get rid of one of these, which one would you get rid of? Bread, pasta, rice, or potato?
Ooh. Okay. Ooh, that's hard.
Yep.
I'd say bread.
Damn. I think you're the first person to ever say bread to that. I guess most people would just value sandwiches too much. Pasta easy. God damn it.
I don't know, like with all the other stuff, like you can cook potatoes in a variety of ways. You can cook pasta in a variety of ways. You can make your own pasta, so it's like gluten free if you have a gluten allergy and stuff. And like rice, there's like different types of rice and stuff. But like bread, like you have white, you have brown, you have grain, or I guess wheat. Like just not that much variety in bread, I feel. Like, I mean,
Okay.
you could make banana bread and like other types of bread, but like after a while you kind of get sick of bread.
I'll never get sick of bread.
That's fair.
This is blasphemy.
I don't know. I think it's like for me, it's like I always eat like a bunch of sandwiches, so like I'm getting tired of bread texture right now. Like, yeah, sure, you can fry it and like make grilled cheeses and a bunch of other stuff, but like after a while, it's just like the texture will get to you, I feel.
Okay, yeah.
And like with the other stuffs, you can mix and match and have different like texturized stuffed and yeah, at least in my opinion.
Yeah. I'm sorry to say this. Well, Rice man is here. My answer has always been rice.
Oh, why's that?
Reason being, rice to me is the supporting part of a dish. It's not really the dish itself. You can not have rice with a dish that wants rice, but it's still the dish. Whereas you can't have sandwiches without bread. You can't have spaghetti without pasta. You can't have baked potato without potatoes.
Ooh, true.
Yeah. It's always interesting. I feel like I have another. Oh, I do have another icebreaker question, but that one's awful. I don't want to ask that one. It confuses literally. It's in the same vein as the freaking man fit fish man copy pasta from earlier.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
nonsense question.
I mean, how bad can it be?
All right. Let's see. If would you rather have bacon, infinite bacon, but no games, or games, infinite games, but no games?
Oh, I think I remember you asking Floof this when I was watching the
Yes, I
VOD.
did ask Floof. Yeah,
Oh,
it's a nonsense question.
it really is. Bacon is
It's
always good.
it's just taking away your ability to play games and asking if you would like bacon or not. That's all this question is asking.
Yeah, I mean, like, would I stop playing a game to eat some bacon? Yes, I would. I would always stop for bacon. But, like, is it stopping me for a lifetime? Like, can I go back to the game after I'm done the bacon?
No, the
Oh.
caveat of both options is no more games. It's just one of them you get infinite games that you can't play, and the other one you get infinite bacon.
I would say
Nice.
infinite games.
Ah, the choice for a true scholar, I see. Oh,
What's your favorite color?
purple. It's- that's a very easy one. No, I'd like a bluish purple. I forget the name of it. It's like slightly more purple than no, is it the no, slightly more blue than the Twitch purple. I forget what the frick it's called.
Is it
It's not
the
lavender.
purple that's on your tie?
It is, yes.
Ah,
Oh,
okay.
what is the name of the bluish purple? Oh, frick. Lilac? Is it?
Oh, okay. There's a lot of people that like the color purple that I know of.
Yeah. Yeah, it's lilac. For a
Surprisingly.
while, Indigo is like adjacent to it. Yeah. For a while, it was blue, and then I realized I kind of like a mix of purple in there.
Surprisingly, my favorite color is actually not on my model. My favorite color is actually orange.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
It's like in the realm of like reds and yellows, definitely.
Mhm.
But
Warm.
I don't know, like I tried to incorporate orange into like my design at one point and I just didn't like how it felt. So I just I scrapped it. So like my color scheme is like, you know, it's yellows, pinks, and reds.
It's all adjacent colors. Yeah, I tried to put purple into my face, into like my base design. That didn't quite. I didn't like it.
Yeah, no, definitely. Oh, Llama heard Indigo and they instantly thought about Indigo Park.
Oh, no.
Llama.
that would be a good game to get everyone together to play, wouldn't it? Or no, I'm thinking of Pico Park. Never mind.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite
God, that
shape?
would not. Favorite shape? Oh, that isn't it. Ooh. What's the name of the? Is it Spoid?
Spoid?
No, wait.
What's a spoid?
Spoid. Is that the name? No, that's not the name. What the frick is the? Hold on. Shape name? What is it? Squircle. If nothing else, just for the name. It's a square with rounded edges. It's a squircle.
Oh, interesting. Never heard of it.
Second is definitely dodecahedron.
Because
Because it's fun to say.
that's fair. My favorite shape, I would say, is like a diamond or a heart, definitely, because like those are like prevalent like design shapes that are
it's
in my
adorable.
design. Depending on like which outfit I'm using. So like for my
it's
gremlin, you have the
traumatized.
little heart bubo window.
It has anxiety.
But like one of the markings for Anna is she has this like little diamond kind of star shape with like the two little circles on like either side of it, which is like where all of her like powers come from, basically. It controls her mana.
I am also a big fan of four-pointed stars.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I don't have a lot in this design, but there is going to be a little bit more in the next one.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yen 2.0 when?
Actually 4.0.
Oh. 4.0?
I refuse to talk about the first two. That is a it's utter shame. I did not know how to rig or do art correctly, and they turned out awful. I'm getting better though. I'm getting better.
That's good. That's good.
I'm still learning.
Mm-hmm.
I can't help but think about, who said it? Was it Doki? I think it was Doki Bird that said it. That was VTubing is the same as an extremely slow, what word did she use? I don't know if it's a word I'm allowed to use on Twitch. I don't know enough to know if it's a word I'm allowed to use on Twitch or not.
Fair enough.
Akin to very slow that. I don't know if I want a dice roll on that.
Fair enough.
I will in fact be joining the ranks of Boob Window though.
Ah. You
I
gotta
probably
love
shouldn't
the
talk too
booba.
much about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Booba are great.
Mm-hmm. We love the little booba windows.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
I feel like the common like shapes that you see for like booba windows is like either like a cat or like a heart, I feel.
Cat?
Yeah. Have you like seen
think I'm-
those like maid outfits that have like the little cat like shape cutout for like the booba windows?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. I think I'm imagining something very different from what you're talking about.
Probably.
When I'm imagining like a freaking like realistic like profile cat, like a profile shot of a cat. I think I'm thinking of something way different.
Oh, let me see.
Okay, yeah, I just put it into the search bar. No, I have seen those around. No,
Yeah.
I was thinking of something way different. That's an asymmetrical shape. Why would that? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Oh, I've definitely seen those like fly around on some VTuber models, but there have been any other like shapes for booba windows besides like those two?
I mean, mine is a diamond, but I feel like that's also kind of a common one.
Yeah, like one of my designs I did for my character, like her goddess design, she has like a little diamond booba window, and one of my friends just says like it's an inverted Pac-Man, and I was like, ah, god damn it. Mainly diamond or an oval is a window. Fair enough.
Or it's an oval, yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think, but I can't really think of anything besides those.
Yeah. Yeah, the two Pac-Man kissing llama.
Two Pac-Men kissing.
Yep.
Is this gonna be like, do you see like two women or like wine glass?
See, I think
What are those called? Rorschach test.
Yeah.
It's like the one from New Vegas where do you see a explosion or two bears high-fiving?
Here, I'll send you the screenshot of it.
Pull up two bears high-fiving. I love two bears high-fiving. Where is it? There it is. Hold on. Go to downloads over here. You image, yes. You downloads. Oh, WebP. Oh, never mind. I can still look at WebP. This. Freaking. I'll also put it in DM. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, I do see the two Pac-Man kissing.
Yeah.
God damn it. Is Discord gonna allow me to send the WebP? It is. Oh, wow. Two bears high-fiving.
Amazing. W. Things like those always happen on Anna streams. This is very much true, Llama. All of the unhinged stuff.
Is two Pac-Man kissing too unhinged?
No, not really, but like one of my friends pointed it out when I was drawing it, and I was like, ah, you know what, you right. And now they can't unsee it. I'm like, okay.
Why am I getting pinged? Who is pinging?
I don't know. We love unhinged.
No,
We
just a second,
do.
never mind.
We do love the unhinged here.
We love the chaos.
I embrace it. It's my brand at this point.
Entropy rules eternal. And scoff, which is really just the same thing, but
Shit happens when people are sleep deprived.
Weirdly enough, I'm not sleep deprived. I'm supposed to be very not sleepy. I slept for like 16 hours. But my brain has been shredded by migraine.
Yeah. I slept before stream because I was sleeping all day, but there have been moments where I've like gone live at like degen hours just doing art streams, and my mods will be like, Anna, what the fuck are you doing awake? Go to bed. And I'm like, I'm not tired. I woke up an hour ago. I want to stream.
No one tells me to go to bed. They tell me to keep going.
Yeah. No, my mod llama always yells at me to go to bed if I'm streaming at degen hours. They're just like, go to bed. You're capped at 8 hours, or like capped at 5. If you go above this, I will be mad at you. And I'm like, okay. I've definitely have gone over that quite a few times though.
Yeah. I need to build up my stream stamina before I start going that long. I end up getting tired around like
not that
5
streaming
hours.
Yeah, I'm mentioning that stream llama. Fuck the gremlin mode. But why not? The gremlin mode's fun.
Oh god.
If you could own any animal, what kind of animal would you own? Or reptile?
Animal or reptile? Koi. Like the fish. I like koi.
Fish. They're very interesting.
They're dumb as rocks,
creatures.
but I love them.
They're very pretty to look at.
Oh yeah.
But they also get fat very fast.
Yes.
So do
Yeah,
goldfish.
Yeah, the place where my mom worked used to have a koi pond that I would just like go and chill out next to for a while when I was a lot younger.
I
Like this fish.
remember one of my neighbors actually. They had a koi pond in their front yard, like a small one. And I just like walk by and stand in front of their house just staring into it, just watching the fishies.
Yeah,
It
it's
creeped out the
enchanting.
neighbors quite a bit, and they're like, "Are you okay?" And I just like looked at them and I was like, "Oh fuck, they caught me." And I was like, I like your fishies," and then I ran away.
Strange homeless trials in front of our neighbor's front lawn.
Yeah. But no, that was definitely like one of my favorite things, like as a childhood memory. But animals, I would love to own like either like a leopard gecko or like a bearded dragon. I would love to own one of
Oh
those.
hell yeah. Yeah, I haven't owned either of them, but I've had friends that have owned both. And those are fun animals.
I've never
Don't do a
had
lot, but they're
friends.
just
I've never had friends like that live in the city that own them. I've had friends that owned like rats, mice, bunnies,
Ooh.
and then like like the pet ones I'm okay with playing with and touching, but if they're wild, oh no, get them away from me.
No. No, I've had to deal with wild mice. Yeah, no, don't touch those things.
No, they have rabies. But
They have many diseases.
yeah. Definitely like my ex-boyfriend, when he was growing up, he had a bearded dragon, and he showed me pictures, and I was just like, I want one.
They're
So it's
just
just
cool
like,
animals.
they're
Yeah.
so cool, and like I've seen like little videos and stuff on them, and I'm just like, I want to have one. I want to own one day. But we'll see if that'll ever happen. Like I've owned like my fair share of like fishes and betta fish. And then of course I've raised a dog and cat several times throughout my life. But yeah.
Yeah, I've had a few dogs. We have 2 cats right now. We had 2 guinea pigs at one point.
Ooh.
But we had to give them up for adoption whenever we moved at one point. When I was younger though, I always wanted a rat specifically. My mom, however, not a big fan of rats. And honestly, I don't blame her.
That's fair. Oh, you
Yeah.
know what also is a fun pet to have? A ferret.
Ooh. You gotta get the stink glands removed, but yeah.
Yeah, like the little like long noodle ferrets. They're just like so fun to like watch and
love 'em.
interact with. And it's just like seeing them get like there's a content creator on like TikTok that shows off her ferrets all the time. And like seeing them getting the little macaroni baths is just so cute and adorable.
Yeah. The other fun one adjacent to that one is a chinchilla. Well, freaking
Oh yeah,
dust baths.
those dust baths. Yeah, no, chinchillas are cute and adorable. Parrots are a menace to society. True.
That's
Llama.
what makes them prime pets.
Oh yeah. One of my old friends had a bunch of birds growing up. I don't remember what kind of birds, but they were like this, like the tiny, like little mini ones, and they were cute, but also kind of terrified me because like I remember going into their house and like one of their birds just like landed on top of my head and I screamed because I wasn't expecting it. I got traumatized from that.
He's just trying to be nice.
He's just trying to be nice, but I'm definitely a little bit terrified of birds, especially pigeons. Pigeons terrify me.
I hate pigeons. I'm fine with. I hate grackles. Those frickin' birds. I hate them.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, no. When I was living in my apartment, Alright, it wasn't even an apartment, but like it was a house converted into an apartment. So there was this like little like back alley way thing that we had to go like walk to like a garage area where all like the garbage cans and stuff were. And I remember one time I was walking through that to go take out the garbage, and there's this like little house area they have to walk through, and there was just a bunch of pigeons sitting on the rafters, and every time you walked in they would squawk. And I wasn't ready for it the first time because I didn't see them. I heard them, and I heard them fluttering around, like flying around in there, and it scared me. Yeah?
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Yeah, no, they scared me. And then like later on within that same week, there was a dead pigeon on like one of the walkways to like the back, and I was just like, ew.
Yeah. Yeah, don't touch dead birds. That's another one of those. They have lots of diseases.
I poked a dead bird with a stick once in my backyard when I was like 10 or 11.
Yeah, well, it was with a stick, so that's fine.
Yeah, it was interesting seeing the maggots eat it alive. I was like, huh, interesting. And then I left it alone. Yeah. No, because like it had originally like died on our like fence post, and then I don't know if it was the wind that knocked it over or if it was another bird picking it up as like a prey and then dropping it, but it got moved further into my backyard. Yeah, it was interesting.
Let's see. All right. I feel like I want to do one more question, but also I haven't really been asking the questions to begin with for the past like hour.
To be fair, it's been chat/me asking questions.
Yep. It's still technically a talk show. We have been talking.
It is. Yeah.
I have fulfilled my legal duty.
You have. What do you got
Did
for
you
me?
sign the contract before coming on here?
Yes.
That wasn't the last question, by the way.
Okay.
Doesn't count. I feel like I want to do a good one, but I can't think of it. Nope, can't do that. Everyone in V Summon, everyone is kung fu fighting. Who wins?
Ooh, that's interesting. Everyone in V Summon. Let me see. We got Sorted, we have Wild, we have Fool's Arcana, we have Bunzo, we have you, Grand and Mina, Boa, and then Lemon. Are we counting Floofa Blue into this as well?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like Lemon and Wild would be at each other's throats.
I feel like Fools would lose.
I feel like Fools would just get bullied by Wild in an instant and then run away.
Yeah.
I feel like Grand and Mina would team up, and then
Yeah.
I feel like Boa would be trying to protect me because I'm her quote-unquote child.
Of course.
I'm not
Maternal
sure.
instincts do go crazy.
Yeah, so like I'm not sure about Bunzo or like Sorted or Floof actually. I feel like it would be someone you wouldn't expect to win. So like if I had to pick somebody, I feel like it would be someone who would be using like strategies against everybody. So I feel like it'd either be you or Bunzo that would come on top of everybody. Or me, because I can
Bun-
just use my fire, but I don't know. Bunzo
have a
is a
lot of
zombie,
fire.
though. Yeah. A lot of fire users.
Actually, yeah. The more I look at it, you have fire. Wild has fire. Sorted has fire. I technically have fire.
Or fire users. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
I
almost
also
half.
have healing magic.
Ooh.
E.
I don't got that.
I have a bunch of like little powers that I don't really mention, but yeah, healing and fire are definitely the two that I have previously like mentioned on like different designs.
I need to do like a design doc and like carefully outline what I do, what I can and cannot do.
Like, cause like for certain forms, for like certain ones, it's like only certain powers come out. So like for my fairy, because she's a fey creature, of course she has her like fire magic, and she could also use her healing magic and stuff. But there's some things that she can't do in other forms. Like, so in her fairy form, she can obviously fly, but in other forms, she can't. Unless if she's in her dragon form, which is essentially has the fire and healing abilities as well. Because I, previously mentioned I was Anna the Medic Dragon, so I was a healing dragon with fire abilities.
In an IRL fight, it would be Rocky if you aren't counting him. Bros built different. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah. True. I am weak.
You would win.
I'm a weakling. I would instantly die. I'd instantly lose.
I am built strange. I am physically unable to put on any freaking muscle in the top half of my body. Top half of my body, I am a skeleton. Bottom half, I am freaking perfectly fine. I'm good at running. I do a lot of cycling. That part's fine. Upper half, nothing.
Interesting.
I don't know. I can try to kick him, I guess.
Rude.
I don't know if I can reach him.
Aim for the balls.
That I can reach. All my power is in my legs. The rest of me is just noodle. Carson is also the same as me.
I'd say like my weight is kind of distributed throughout my body. I wouldn't really say I have muscle, not anymore at least. It's kind of diminished with like COVID and stuff, but
Yeah.
I used to be fairly fit in like high school when I wasn't being anorexic, but I'd say that I am decently strong for my age range.
Gotcha.
But not strong enough to beat somebody that's much stronger than me. I'd say if they're weaker than me, I can do it, but if they're way stronger than me, then no, I can't. I'll be able to defend myself for quite a while, but it'll come to a point where I'll exhaust myself out.
Yeah. Not quite enough against the 7-foot tall toned monolith that is rock for some reason.
Yeah, no, he is the dad of me summon. I don't want to hurt dad. No, I would, if I was in a room and we had a fight, I would just sit down and beg for forgiveness.
Just concede. It's over.
I would just concede. I would just turn into a puddle of submissiveness.
All right. Speaking of exercise, I'd probably need to go stretch my legs.
Yes.
Which means we should wrap up.
Just say daddy chill. I could llama. But yes, I would say let's wrap up.
Alright. We do slowly have a weird family frickin' nonsense relationship chart forming.
Going. Rock and Floof are the mom and dad of E7. But for me in general, Boa is mom. Carson's like a brother. I don't know where everyone else in these summon places yet. I need to figure that out. Fools is my husband, so yeah.
Interesting.
I know.
That in my head. That is weird. And then the rest of us are just like the Brady Bunch, I guess.
It's very weird. Like, Arcana becoming like my Twitch husband just randomly happened one day. And I'm like, do you want to be added to the arsenal that is my husband's? He just kind of agreed to it. I'm like, okay. I do have a swarm of suitors. I really do. No, like, every one of my mods has either been a Twitch husband, a Twitch wife, or my Twitch child.
There's already a complicated freaking chart there.
Yeah, it's just complicated. One was my wife, and then ended up being my daughter-in-law. So that's a whole nother story.
Oh god. That's not good.
No, there's a lot of fucked up family trees that I'm in for Twitch. Hi, Bahabit, how are you?
Okay.
Alright. Thank you for having me on your little talk show. I appreciate it.
Thank you for being here.
Of course. Was fun.
Yeah.
Hi. Yes.
Alright.
I think I'm gonna keep streaming, but you do you, boo.
Yeah, I will. I need to eat. I've been eating all day.
Yes, go give food. Thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate it.
Ditto. Yeah. I will see you on Thursday? Thursday,
if you know
Thursday.
you feel good.
I hopefully will not have a headache, but by then.
Don't sleep
Nor
in
my
on
brain
me.
too much. I will not this time. Alright, see ya.
Bye. Alright, chat. That is the little talk show segment of Distant Disport with